Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing 1, 2. Got a thumbs up over there. Over there? Okay. Sure. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. No problem. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
The announcers on the ESPN broadcast of Ole Miss just wondered if HTV on the apology or trash can. It's hitting the bricks. Dangerous out there. Interesting. Apparently Stubbs just said Tennessee County's going to show kids. That's the kind of stuff that's always discussed after a loss. Captain's hurt, so Debo or Walker.
I will let Coach make an opening statement, and we'll open up the question. Microphone to you.
You know, extremely disappointed with that performance. As good a night as our fans and our administration and everyone had set up for us, and to go out and play like that is my responsibility. And just extremely disappointed. You play the first two ball games pretty clean, and we jump off sides 4 or 5 times. We have 2 short fields offensively, can't get anything going. Have a hard time in short yardage in the game to convert a 1-yard run on 2 separate occasions. And defensively can't get off the field on 3rd down in the first half. And then didn't tackle very well for the night, and had an opportunity there at the end to get off the field, and you give up a quarterback scramble for 54 yards. So extremely disappointed. I hate it for our fans because they were certainly excited to be there, and it was a wonderful environment that they created. We certainly didn't follow up with it. Had our opportunities early, we didn't convert, and that's disappointing. So give Kentucky credit for winning the game. Debo Samuel broke his leg. He's out for the season, and disappointing for him. He's a wonderful young man, and extremely disappointed for that. And Zach Bailey's got an ankle. I'm not sure how serious it is. Dante Sawyer had a hamstring. I'm not sure how serious that is. And I'll open it up for any questions.
Will, with the coverage, especially after the interception, was it a tackling problem? Was it a base formation problem of why the run was gashing you guys as much as it did?
Well, I don't know that it was gashing us. It was bleeding us out. 3rd down was the issue. I mean, I asked me at halftime about Wildcat. Wildcat didn't hurt us. I mean, they hit a couple runs here and there. And, Snell's a big back. He gains positive yards. That's what he does. His longest rush of the game was 12 yards. I'm not saying that's good. I'm just saying from a standpoint of, I don't know that the run game was killing us. They had a 54-yard scramble, which is in our pass stats. They had about 130 carries on 130 yards on about 45 carries. That's right at 3 yards a carry. So that was not a huge gash in the game. 3rd down was killed us in the first half. You couldn't get off the field. You couldn't keep the offense on the field.
Why wasn't your run game more effective?
Well, again, they whipped us up front. I was extremely disappointed in that, and didn't feel like we could get it going in the second half. And we tried to pick up the tempo a little bit offensively and start throwing the football, which we were able to move the ball effectively. We can't get a 4th and 1 on the goal line or kick a field goal, so it's disappointing.
The early 3rd down situation, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th and 1 there, did you feel like you needed to go for it to maintain that drive, or were you just frustrated that you couldn't get 1 yard and figured if we don't get a yard, we don't deserve it?
No, I thought we were going to make the first down. I felt good about the call. I felt good about what we're trying to do, and just didn't work.
You had those turnovers pretty early in the game. You didn't get points off the turnover. Talk about that being a frustrating part of the game tonight.
Well, I knew, you don't ever say it to the players, but I knew then that was going to come back to haunt us. I hoped it wouldn't, but it did. Obviously, you don't gain on that momentum on 2 short fields at home with that environment, and that was disappointing.
Back to Josh in front.
Missed 4 kicks, your first 4 kicks there. Did that surprise you after the way those guys performed in
I mean,
camp?
really has. So disappointed. We get a illegal, delay a game. That shouldn't. I mean, it shouldn't happen. But that's my fault. We got to do a better job coaching it.
Do you go with Parker White now as your place
Yes.
kicker all the way?
Absolutely.
Will, when did Debo get hurt? And
He was on the curl route on their sideline. I believe that's when he got rolled up. He came off the field and he tried to go again and didn't. I believe it's his fibula. I don't have all the information, but I know that's, he's going to be out for the year.
how big a blow is that for you guys?
What do you think?
Right behind you. Jeff. Go ahead.
How do you think Jake played today?
Well, again, I think it's up and down. When you're unable to run the football and you put all the pressure on throwing the football every down, it's difficult. So we've got to try to manufacture more in the run game.
Way in the back corner.
Coach, with Debo out now, how does the rest of this wide receiver unit step up and the pass catching unit to increase the production that you now lose with him off the field?
Right. I think we have some capable guys. Shi Smith, as a freshman, has done some nice things. Ortrade made a great catch there in the end zone. Brian Edwards has been a very dependable guy. Our tight end group is somewhat of a wide-out group with KC and Hayden and those guys that certainly are guys that can stretch the field and attack the middle of the field. So, we next man up. That's got to be our mentality.
You had talked the first 2 weeks about being really pleased with preparation. Did anything in the preparation this week make you see that this might be coming?
No, not at all. I felt like we had good preparation. I just, again, the Eagle procedures, we haven't really had those all in camp, and we certainly didn't in our first 2 ball games. I mean, we get behind the 8 ball with, 1st and 15. It's hard down in distance. We were able to convert a couple of those because of some nice throws, but we didn't help ourselves, and a lot of self-inflicted wounds as far as, what we did. That's disappointing.
Way in the back, Mike.
Coach, all things considered, towards the end of the game, you guys have an opportunity to come back and win this thing. I mean, what does it say about the fight, especially with the offense that they showed towards the end of the game to get those points quick?
Well, I think that, that's one thing that I know our guys will do is fight and give great effort. And so, I do know those things, and we got to continue to figure out some things in the run game offensively, continue to work on playing box better up front, although we have improved tremendously from where we were, and continue to find some answers.
Stay in the back. Go ahead.
Just what is it about Kentucky? I mean, this is a loss that seems like it's going to sting a bit more than any other game in the East.
No, they all count for one.
Up here in front. Keith.
Coach, Tyson Williams didn't get carries. Is there any particular reason on that? And just how do you
Well,
decide play
in
to
the
play
second
and
half,
stick?
we really started throwing the football a lot. And I know he played in the game. I believe he did get a couple carries. I don't know if he did or not. I know he caught a couple catch balls. But in the second half, we were unable to run the football, so we tried to get in a situation where we pick up the tempo, pick our spots to run it and throw the ball. And that's what we did. We moved the ball much better than we did in the entire game.
Josh.
Did Dennis Daly play all right for you?
I'd like to watch the film first. Again, I think that for the most part, we were getting a 4-man rush for the most part of the game and gave up 2 sacks for the game. I know they maxed us a couple times. They gave a couple overloads. But felt like held in there, but I don't want to comment on it until we watch the film.
Any other questions for Coach?
Thank you.
38, A.J. Turner. Raise your hand over the microphone here. Raise your hand. Go ahead and go in front here.
Jake, the game couldn't have started much better for you. You know, you just get the big play, the big touchdown, and then what happened after that?
Just started missing some throws. Couldn't run the ball very well. Had some times in the first half, just not executing. I mean, that's the big thing. Our execution on some plays just wasn't there. And I mean, we just gotta watch the film and learn from it and just get better.
Square Heath in front.
Jake, Coach told us Debo's out. How do you, for the season, how do you guys regroup and move forward after a loss like that?
Yeah, I mean, he's a outstanding teammate, outstanding friend for me, so it's going to be difficult. I mean, but it's the next guy up mentality. He's going to be hard to replace, but we have a lot of other guys to go to. So, I mean, it's just really the next guy up and keep moving forward. We're still going to love him. He's still going to be part of everything we do and be part of this team. So it's not like, you know, he's just gone, but whoever it is, you know, I'm not sure what we'll do, you know, schematically, but it's going to be, you know, the next guy up, be ready to go.
AJ, what did you feel like wasn't going right for the run game tonight?
We just wasn't efficient with our carries. I feel like we got some run plays called, and I know for me on 3rd and 4th down, I had 1 yard to go. I just didn't get it, so like I said, we just got to be more efficient and do everything we can, get more yards.
Jake, just talk a little bit about Ortre Smith, the catch he made, first career catch, first touchdown, and how he might be able to step up here moving forward.
Yeah, it was you know, great play call. He did an excellent job getting across the field. Made a great catch. You know, huge play for him. He's been working hard, you know, at practice, you know, all season, all off season. So he's definitely gonna be a guy that's gonna have to step up now and help us. So.
Jake, 3 for 12 on 3rd downs. How disappointing is that number? You know, when it matters most, and what were you seeing on 3rd downs?
Yeah, I mean, that's the big reason why we only scored 13 points. I mean, when you can't stay on the field on 3rd down, you're not going to be very successful on offense. You know, credit to them. They, you know, had a lot of different looks. You know, executed their game plan really well. And we just got to go back and just regroup and just, you know, go attack next week. That's all you can do now. You can't sit here and dwell on, you know, the negatives and stuff. We're going to watch the film. We're going to get better from it. It's a long season. I mean, this game's not going to, you know, necessarily determine the outcomes of, you know, later in the season. So, I mean, we just got to keep pushing.
Jake, on the 4th and goal and the 1, was that a handoff all the way, or did you have the option based on what you were seeing to run up the middle?
Yeah, it was a read, but we weren't expecting the corner to come off quite as fast. So.
Jake, you mentioned earlier in the week how it was kind of hard for you to control your emotions against Missouri. Do you think that might have affected you guys after, you know, a big raucous crowd to open the game, and then you had that big play to Debo and the interception? Was it kind of hard to control your emotions after that?
I mean, you know, it was an awesome play to start the game. Yeah, just gotta. Every drive, we just got to execute. I mean, I don't think anyone was too high or too low after that. I think it's just a matter of execution, and that's what we didn't do.
Jake, how tough is it to rebound from going down toward there into the field and just the missed field goals? And how tough is it to rebound from not getting any points when you get so close?
Yeah, I mean, extremely difficult to have good drives put together and then not get any points. But don't put any of that on our kickers, and we got to execute our game plan to get touchdowns. I mean, that's what we want to do on offense, and I didn't do a very good job of doing that today. So.
Any other questions for these two guys? Sky Moore, questions for Scott? Let's go to John here.
Sky, third down defense, just how demoralizing is it to not be able to stop them on that down, get offense back on the field, especially late in the game?
Yeah, we you want to get off the field third down, so it's not a good feeling when they continue drive. So we just got to get off the field better.
Yeah, I know Debo doesn't play on defense, but how does a loss like that affect you guys on the defensive side of the ball, if at all?
We just got to play better defense. Hold them to less points, and tackle better, and we just got to play better as a whole on defense. Pretty much it.
Sky, being somebody that's gone through a significant injury, it took a long time to get back. Is there anything you can offer to a guy like Debo that is going to face a long road to get back?
I'm gonna definitely talk to him and get in his ear, keep his head right. He's got a bright future, so it's just a little bump in the road for him. He'll be fine.
Scott, we talked about it earlier. Y'all got off to such a great start. You had the Samuels touchdown, then you came up with the interception. Less than a minute gone in the game, 2 big plays there, and then you weren't able to capitalize with points after the turnover there. And then you had another turnover and still couldn't get points there. So you had a chance to, get out to that big lead early. And how tough was it to not be able to capitalize on those opportunities?
We hope, we can capitalize off turnovers. That's what we preach every day, is to get the ball off them and get the ball back to our offense so we can score. So, offense just had, a rough night, but, I'm confident in our offense, and I'm pretty sure they'll be able to bounce back and do a lot better in the next couple weeks.
In the first 2 weeks, you guys did a pretty good job of kind of bowing up when you were backed up a little bit. Could you sort of see a little bit of Kentucky kind of doing the same thing to your guys' offense when your guys had sort of favorable position and couldn't quite cash in?
Yeah, they did a good job of, stopping us on third down, from what I saw. And, they played good defense. We should have played better.
Reminder, if you're taking the shuttle tonight, game ended at 11 o'clock roughly, so the shuttle should start around midnight, go to approximately 1:30. Don't wait till 1:30 to shuttle and hold that many people. Let's put it in, give us over.
Taylor, were they doing anything that surprised you guys at all, or were they just executing the basics?
Nah, they wasn't doing anything that we didn't practice on. Like, the stuff that they did, like, we practiced on that throughout the week, but, you know, we just didn't fit things the right way to, like, execute the play.
Go ahead, Heath, and then Jen.
Can you illuminate why that was? Is there any trend you were seeing? What was causing you guys not to be able to fit it? Anything in particular stand out?
Honestly, I really don't know. You know, like I said, like, we just didn't fit things like the way we supposed to fit things, and, like, you know, we hurt ourselves overall as a team today. So
They were 9 for 16 on third downs. How disappointing is it for you as a defense not to be able to get off the field?
that's very disappointing because every day we know we go into like practice saying, hey, on third down we got to get on the field to get our offense back the ball to execute plays. So like we wasn't able to do that. So they time possession they took over that. And, like they was able to drive down the field whenever. So we just got to do better at that to starting tomorrow.
How much of that, when you're on the field, how much of that is mental, knowing that it's third down and they've gotten a bunch in a row that way? Is that mental kind of going in your mind a little bit?
Yeah, but like, you know, we just got to play one play at a time. We can't like have something that affect last play to the next play. It's just all about one play at a time. So
being able to stop the run, obviously that was something that was difficult on third down. I mean, how much is that going to motivate you guys going into this week, and of course the third down statistic as well?
We just got to get better, honestly. Like fitting the runs, fitting blocks, you know. Overall, as a defense, got to get better at that because that's where the game starts, on the line of scrimmage. So